All right, we're gonna check out what's going on that happened today.
CBS News is reporting the U.S. military has sent B-2 bombers from an Air Force base in Missouri to Guam. It comes as President Donald Trump weighs joining Israel in nuclear strikes against Iran. These bombers are capable of carrying America's 30,000-pound so-called bunker buster bomb, which could target a deep underground Iranian nuclear facility. Meantime, in the Middle East, strikes are continuing between Israel and Iran. Video here is showing a neighborhood heavily damaged by an Iranian strike in northern Israel. CBS News Miami's Willie James Inman is tracking this escalating situation.
Overnight, tensions continue to rise in the Middle East as Israel and Iran exchange missile fire. Amidst the heightening conflict, on Saturday, the U.S. dispatched B-2 stealth bombers from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to Guam. The stealth bombers are capable of dropping powerful bunker-busting bombs, weaponry military experts say is necessary in destroying the sorts of nuclear bunkers believed to be in Iran.
I have to. He is admiring the warhead. I just have to.
It's designed to penetrate to quite a significant depth before it actually goes off, and then to generate the large, burst after that.
President Trump is still considering whether the U.S. will formally join Israel in bombing Iran's nuclear enrichment sites. On Friday, he expressed concerns about Iran's ability to obtain a nuclear weapon.
And I think within a matter of weeks, or certainly within a matter of months, they're going to be able to have a nuclear weapon. We can't let that happen.
Also on Friday, a European delegation met with Iranian officials
bombed
in
the three
Geneva
sites.
in an effort to encourage Iran to limit its nuclear program.
Iran is ready to consider diplomacy once again.
What's unclear is if Iran is willing to accept President Trump's offer for direct talks. Iran called those off after Israel started bombing. Part of the proposal by European leaders presented to Iran includes the return of UN inspectors, the ability of the U.S. to play a role in overseeing Iran's ballistic missile program, and the cutting of funding to proxies in the region, such as Hezbollah and the Houthis. Any deal could only be signed off by Iran's supreme leader, last seen on TV Wednesday. Diplomatic sources tell CBS News that he's in hiding, dodging Israeli assassination threats. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
There you have it. Trump wants an unconditional surrender. Just give it to him. Greatest president, the 47th president. Trump.
Is considering if the U.S. could formally join Israel in bombing Iran's nuclear sites. Today, the U.S. sent B-2 bombers from Missouri to Guam.
Iran better give us an unconditional surrender, or else I will drop the N-bombs.
Continue to rise in the Middle East as Israel and Iran exchange missile
fire. They got a taste of the bunker busters.
On Saturday, the U.S. dispatched
and lovely
B-2
carrying it
Air
over
Force Base in Missouri to Guam. The
stealth
bombers are capable of dropping powerful bunker-busting bombs. Weaponry military experts say is necessary in destroying the sorts of nuclear bunkers believed to be in Iran.
It's designed to penetrate to...
Oh. Wait, what? Another one. It's the same one. We already saw this. What is this?
Captured on camera, a monster tornado in North Dakota.
Oh, shit.
Take a look at this thing. Powerful winds and then a clear funnel touching the ground. The twister hit just before midnight, and sadly, we've learned that 3 people died. Storm chasers found 2 of the people killed in a damaged home. Firefighters found a 3rd person in another home nearby. This is a look at some of the storm damage caused by the tornado, which hit southwest of Fargo.
There you have it. Tornadoes, man. Mother Nature. Yeah, oh yeah, it's summer too. So it's like...
Young black men are infinite.
Young black men are problem solvers.
Oh wait, what? Let's not watch this yet. But Jesus.
Iran and Israel traded missile strikes once again overnight. Iranian officials claim that diplomacy talks over a nuclear deal could begin if President Trump ordered Israel to stop its attacks. Yesterday, the president criticized his director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, after she said there's no evidence that Iran is building a nuclear weapon.
Trump was
said
like,
he'd allow
"You're
up
wrong,
to 2 weeks
Tulsi.
for negotiations before deciding
So
whether to launch
wrong.
a strike in Iran.
Oh, Tulsi, poor Tulsi. Wrong. But yeah, she misspoke, I guess. Yeah, right here. Hey, good
What intelligence do you have that Iran is building a nuclear weapon? Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong.
Wrong.
The intelligence community said that.
Your director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
She's wrong.
Gabbard told Congress this back in March.
No, there's another clip.
IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003.
Wrong. Ooh, the sirens. Uh-oh. What is the Silent Hill? Plap, plap, plap. Was this last night? I think this was last night. Or the night before, sorry. Yeah, June 20. Yeah, this was the night before.
We are now on day 5 of Operation Rising Lion. We've struck deep, hitting Iran's nuclear, ballistic, and command capabilities. The Iranian regime has spent years getting closer to a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, and like this just goes to show why Trump probably did what he did with those three nuclear installations.
The regime's wartime chief of general staff.
Israel already went in and fucked some shit up, so it was like, all right, might as well just complete the whole thing, right?
This mission was based on real-time and emerging intelligence. We have delivered significant blows to the Iranian regime, and as such, they have been pushed back into central Iran. They are now focusing their efforts on conducting missile fire from the area of Isfahan. We are aiming at military targets. They are attacking civilian homes. The IDF will continue to operate with precision, strength, and resolve to ensure the safety of the people of Israel. Israel faces threats on many fronts. While we are working to remove threats from Iran, we are still fighting their proxy, Hamas, in Gaza, who is still holding 53 of our hostages in brutal conditions. We will not rest until they are returned home. Thank you very much.
And that's why they keep doing what they're doing. $6 billion password discovered massive data breach.
Be open to all of your personal information after what is believed to be the largest data breach in United States history. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. 16 billion, with a B, 16 billion passwords siphoned from social media sites and other places have been discovered by researchers in a giant database. That discovery bringing with it warnings, and Fox 4's Sean Rabb is live to tell us what we need to know. Sean.
Yeah, and the first thing we need to know and do tonight is to change all of your passwords. That is the best defense against this newest data breach.
It's alarming, and it's good that this is being reported to the public.
Alarming that some 16 billion passwords leaked in a massive data breach and tracked by researchers to one giant database on the dark web and internet. Kevin Hamlin is professor of computer science and executive director of the Cybersecurity Research and Education Institute at UT Dallas.
This is the largest single database of its kind that has been discovered so far. It's so huge that there's an average of 2 credentials in there per human on the planet. So there's a high likelihood that any average person probably has some stolen credentials in there somewhere.
This breach breaks differently because no one specific organization or institution was hacked.
This is a case where cyber researchers scouring the dark web
is it
and
because
the
they
internet
have it on their
have
hardware?
come upon huge databases, several of them, that contain credentials that have been stolen from lots of different people, probably in lots of different ways,
Maybe because they downloaded
and then all
something
amassed together
by
in
accident
this giant
and opened a
database.
file,
And says Hamlin,
number
early
of
analysis indicates these are pretty new, so it's not old passwords out there from years ago. It's what you're using right now.
So right now, I think the most important thing is to change passwords if you have a password that you've been using for a long time. Also, try to avoid using same password on multiple accounts. If your organization has an option of using two-factor authentication, you definitely want to turn that on. Two-factor authentication means that if your password is stolen, an attacker can't just use that to break into your account, because any attempt to use it requires some other means of authentication, like it will ping your phone, or you have to log into some other app to just verify that it's you.
Change passwords, use two-factor authentication, and don't click on links and SMS messages showing up on your devices from people or numbers you don't know.
This is an opportunity where we can find out that this information.
Only trust links that are that you know, or that doesn't have any .org, or well, even .org. The issue is people try to use fake domains, and then they try to steal
information
your
is in the wild, and we need to take action, like protecting passwords and changing accounts.
Your browser history and shit.
Okay, so I know it's redundant, but change the password. Listen, as we talk about links that show up in SMS messages, if it's not from someone you know, not from a phone number you know, even if it appears to be from some official business or government entity, don't click on that link. And when you set up that new password, one more time, I want to reiterate, use, if you can, that two-factor authentication. Make it more difficult. Put up that wall between you and the bad guys who want to get your information.
All right, Sean, we've got that. Thank you.
Yeah, set up some security. And then what do we got here? Uh-oh, man arrested in Arizona accused of killing wife in Colorado.
Now has a tie to Arizona.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah.
Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10.
There's more news on it.
I'm Mark Curtis. Barry Morphew, the man accused of killing his wife Suzanne in 2020, was arrested in Gilbert today. 12 News was the only TV station in the valley to capture Morphew arriving at the Maricopa County Jail, where he's awaiting extradition back to Colorado, where he'll face a charge of first-degree murder.
12 News journalist Sean Rice is joining us now in studio with why law enforcement here took quick actions to arrest him.
Yeah, Mark and Kribe, and this case has taken so many twists and turns. There's multiple Dateline episodes about it here on NBC. This is just the latest example of the latest twist and turn. The district attorney in Alamosa County, Colorado, says Arizona DPS reacted within minutes this morning, arresting Barry Morphew after a grand jury there indicted him for murdering his wife Suzanne back in 2020. Morphew's ties here to the valley are not yet fully known, but one can see why he would want to get out of Colorado after an attempt to prosecute him for his wife's murder in the past garnered national attention.
Oh wait, so they did try to prosecute him in the past.
Barry Morphew on the single count of murder.
Wait, so what happened in the past?
It's yet another chapter in a Colorado murder case that has gripped the hearts and minds of many. Suzanne Morphew went missing from a home in Salida, Colorado, back on Mother's Day 2020. Her husband Barry charged with killing her, but Suzanne's body had never been found, and the no-body homicide case did not go well for Colorado prosecutors. The case was rife
Oh
with
yeah, so they
misconduct,
basically
so much so that
they
the case
think
against
he
Berry
did
was
it because he
dismissed
was
by a
the
judge,
closest,
and
right?
property records here in Arizona indicate Morphew moved to the valley, renting a trailer at the Stardust Trailer Park in Cave Creek. His wife's body found
Yeah,
in
the cops
September
will probably not
2023
let
in
you
a
go.
rural part of southern Colorado.
They think you
and the
did it.
results
They'll
of a
probably keep
toxicology
coming
report
after you.
pointed evidence
'Cause it's the
back
state
in
that's coming
Berry's
after.
direction. The district
'Cause
attorney
the
now
I guess
tasked
the
with
state has no
prosecuting him
other
again,
lead.
not revealing why Morphew was in Gilbert at the time of his arrest.
That information was still being gathered. We have been working very, very hard to make sure that we run down anything we can with respect to this investigation, and our law enforcement officers will certainly be following that.
His stay inside a Maricopa County jail cell could be short. He'll appear before a judge this weekend where he could challenge extradition back to Colorado to face that murder charge. The pursuit of justice for Suzanne Morphew, the reason her husband is now off the streets here in Arizona.
Our law enforcement officers have never forgotten, have never given up, and they have been working so hard to get to the place where we are today.
And court records show us that Morphew has never faced a single criminal charge since he moved out here to the Valley sometime in around 2022. Attempts to reach his daughters this afternoon, they've stayed by his side for the last 6 years. Those attempts were unsuccessful. Caribe.
All right, Sean, thank you for that.
I guess they're still trying to get the truth, but I don't think they'll be able to handle it.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Sorry. I had to. It was perfect. We'll see what happens. They're probably gonna keep pinning it on him since he was the closest one to that person. Has a meltdown over JD Vance.
Who keep getting handcuffed. The New York Times just did a story. They keep getting handcuffed, suggesting that the Trump administration is cracking down on Democrats. Can you comment on that?
Well, I was hoping Jose Padilla would be here to ask a question, but unfortunately, I guess he decided not to show up because there wasn't the theater. And that's all it is. You know, I think everybody realizes that's what this is. It's pure.
Yeah, we already went over this.
These guys show up. They want to be captured on camera doing something. They want to be able to go back to their far left groups and to say, "Look, me, I stood up
on the
against
YouTube
border
channel.
enforcement.
Please
I stood
like,
up against
subscribe.
Donald Trump." When all they're really standing up for is for drug cartels to run rampant over our country and sex traffickers to be able to continue to traffic little kids into our country. That's what you're doing when you stand against border enforcement. So I think these guys, we ought to laugh them out of the building. We ought to call them out for doing what they're doing, which is grandstanding. And if they want to work seriously on border enforcement and on keeping their communities safe, the Trump administration's door is wide open. But they're not doing that. They love the grandstanding. They hate law enforcement because they hate the idea of the United States of America having a border. It's a disgrace, but it is what it is.
A few moments later.
Mr. Vice President, how dare you disrespect our senator? You don't know his name, but yet you served with him before you were vice president, and you continue to serve with him today because
Karen
the last time
Bass
I checked,
being a fucking
the vice
Karen.
president of the United States is the
This
president
is why her
of
name
the
is
US
Karen
Senate.
Bass.
You serve
She's
with
a
him
goddamn
today,
Karen.
and how dare you disrespect
She's also
him
a commie
and call
bitch.
him Jose. But I guess he
She's
just
probably
looked like
sucking
anybody
Fidel
to you.
Castro's dick.
Well, he's not just anybody to us. He is our senator.
Well, I was hoping Jose Padilla would be here to ask a question.
How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah, he wasn't there to ask a question. That's all he was saying. Also, he went onto the Senate floor to cry like a little bitch, too.
Young black men are respectful and kind. Young black men are infinite.
Young black men are problem solvers.
I don't like clowns.
Okay. White girls are filthy. Wives of Asian men jailed for raping vulnerable British girls reveal why they blame the victims. Asian? Well, I mean, because they don't want to say Pakistan is right, Middle Eastern, because they're gonna be like, oh, being racist. We're being bigot. We're being discriminatory in a sense, right? We're being prejudiced. They're apparently these guys are Pakistani descent from Pakistan or India or some fucking Middle Eastern Asian country, right? Has Muslim, Arabic, background. Maybe Islamic, right? Somewhere around there. UK man skateboarding to Africa for charity had all of his belongings, including his passport, stolen in France. What? What the fuck? That's so stupid. Why would you? Okay. Yeah. Catholicism sees major resurgence among Gen Z, led by men. Uh-oh. Instead of selling our land, why don't we tax remittances at 95% and deport 100 million people?
Great idea!
Everyone in the world is allowed to prefer living among white people, except white people. What? Why are some people so hateful?
Come on, Roy! Oh, you come on. Just because I'm the only one willing to lethal love.
You know, conservative takes, like actual conservative takes, not this gay fake conservative takes where they're like, we like trans people that vote Republican. Rule number one, ladies, don't listen to an ugly woman. Got it? Ugly women are not to be trusted. They want to destroy you and your relationships because they're ugly. So they can't stand to see good-looking women prosper. So number one, you have to stop with the bullshit. Everybody's beautiful. Some people are ugly, okay? And it's like God's warning you, don't listen to this goblin. Number one.
Don't listen to this goblin.
Fat women. Which kind of ties into ugly, but you know, not every fat woman is ugly, but a lot of ugly women are fat.
No, not ugly women, but fat women. Jeez.
Fat, okay? But just don't listen to fat women either. Fat women will always tell you the best way to lose weight, which already is like
walking around halfway again and stop trying to jump her every time she is. My husband loves when I walk around in my underwear, but there was a time I couldn't even get dressed in the same room out of fear of being grabbed and fondled.
Wait,
shut your goddamn mouth.
Was that time when you were younger and hotter?
What? Wait, that's your husband. Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, if you're
and the truth is,
I'm so confused.
That's actually what happened. And now she wants to make it like, oh, that was my idea.
Aren't you in a relationship? I mean, what?
I'm not ugly.
So you don't like being? I'm
That's what he
confused.
did to get me to act more like I did when we first started dating. First, he had to make me feel comfortable enough. Now it's no secret.
So now you don't like your relationship anymore. Is that what you're saying?
The last cookie from the cookie jar. My husband stopped trying to jump me every single time I was half naked. My husband loves when I walk.
It was a pain in the ass.
He stopped smothering me with his words and groping me every time I was getting ready in front of the mirror, grabbing my vagina on the outside of my clothes, or making sure I saw or felt his heart on every time he got one. By the way, most women don't want any of this. Stop speaking for us. You're ugly. Don't tell me what I want.
No, she must be.
Another reason.
She must be overinflating it, right? She must be
more
over.
confidence and less desperation.
No, this no.
I really
this
hope
bitch
to God
is
that
crazy.
this woman's not actually married, and if she is married, I don't know, man. That poor guy. That poor guy has been totally beat down by a below mid. Let's zoom in.
Below
mid.
Look at that, huh?
Look at that.
She's going in.
She's talking about to the guy be less desperate and more confident. Where are you getting where are these ugly women getting their confidence from? I want to know. Seriously. Fat women, I know, they get their confidence from black dudes and Puerto Ricans hitting on them, but
stop.
Yeah, boy.
Stop.
Ugly women, what is it? Is it the Mexicans that are coming in and hitting on you that make you think you're special? Mexicans can't see your face because they can't recognize different faces on white people, just the same way we can't recognize different faces on them. So they just see blonde hair, they think she must be hot. Okay, she says this thing, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. She says, no woman likes to see your heart on every... That's a lie, dude. Now, if I'm riding the subway and some grizzled, mentally ill...
I don't know. I thought if you were in a relationship and, you know, there's still some spark between you two. I don't know.
The one who's supposed to be attracted to me? Yeah, I want to see his heart on. I want to know that he still gets hot for me.
Yeah, I don't... Aren't you guys? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see,
Hey,
this
if
is.
you want me to
I don't know.
start walking around
I'm
naked
so
again,
confused.
stop groping me. Well, what's the point then? What is he supposed
This
to do?
bitch is
It's just
crazy.
about
Yeah,
power and
I don't
control.
know
I
what
just
the
want you to
fuck
know.
this
This
bitch
is
is
about women needing to
talking
beat down
about.
men, needing to make them feel small because there's something she does. She doesn't want to be with him. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just as confused
Few and
as
far
her. I'm
between
just
men
like,
that are
what the
really
fuck is
real
happening?
to, like, will make a woman
I can't
feel
even.
like
I
a
can't
woman.
even
So
talk
you got
about it clearly because
whole
it's just
generation of
befuddling.
women that are having a hard time being in their feminine energy.
Yeah.
It's always men's fault. Because there's
Yes,
not enough men
it's
that
the
are in
bigoted
their male
men's fault.
energy.
Okay,
Like,
so
Yes,
define what's male energy.
it's
in a
all
masculine
men's
in
fault.
my
Yes,
mind,
it's the
and
racist
I could
man.
be wrong. You can correct me if you're the guy
Only
here, so you
man
would know.
is
But I think
racist.
that a man in his male energy is a provider, is a protector, is innately
Yeah.
wants to protect, innately wants to provide, is going to just do the things that is required of a man.
It's always about money.
Well, I feel like you know what I feel like women in society says a masculine man is a man in servitude to a woman. Whenever I'm doing something for a woman that's
that
masculine,
sounds
he's
like it.
providing, he's protecting, he's opening my door, he's spoiling me, he's making me not have to work. Oh, that's a masculine man. Did you see that? A masculine man is somebody who's in servitude to the woman.
They will make fine slaves. In my experience and all the other white girls that I know, we don't think that getting attention from black guys gives you a status of some sort. If you get attention from the white guys, you do have the status more than if you get attention from black guys.
As a man, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that.
Well, as a woman who gets attention and who grew up in a white culture more than a black culture, I'm going to tell you that getting attention from black guys is not a badge of honor if you're white.
YouTube. They won't let me speak.
If a white girl gets attention from a white guy, that's more valuable in white culture than if she gets attention from a black guy. If she gets attention from a black guy, that doesn't make you a better anything. Like, that doesn't raise you in anybody's eyes. As a matter of fact,
In some people's eyes, it does.
As a matter of fact, it's a little bit of oh, you know, she's basically not good enough for the white, so she's good for the black guys.
Damn.
That's how it's looked at with white people.
I see it the opposite way, but
of course you do.
I mean, coping. We were definitely coping.
In 2020, black females were murdered by males at a rate nearly 3 times as high as white females. 2.96 per 100,000 versus 1.07 per 100,000. A black female is far more likely to be killed by her spouse, an intimate acquaintance, or a family member. Yeah, so that's what. So remember that. Remember that one case about that dude who's getting extradited to Colorado. Yeah, this is the reason. Because it right 9 times out of 10, right? It's someone close to them that did it to them, even though there was like no signs. Like, very strange. I mean, don't get me wrong. You do get those like crazy cases of having just a criminal out on the run or doing some crazy shit. But yeah.
Young black men are infinite.
Young black men are problem solvers.
Young black men are powerful.
Young black
That
men are
infinite
kings.
one was Jesus.
Young black men are amazing. Young black men are cool with an X. Young black men are the future.
Young black men are powerful.
Young black men are strong.
Young black men are ever changing.
Young black men are kind of strong.
Young black men are unstoppable.
Well, I may have been blowing a little smoke up your ass there.
Young black men need stopped and frisked.
Crack talking.
What's up, folks? We are back again with another video. Today we have to be talking about the elephant in the room, and that is this ego problem that sometimes the most undeserving members of society seem to have the best opinion of themselves, right?
Correct.
This is certainly not helped by the fact that they are constantly glazed in the media. In every commercial, you see the white guy is this dumb, bungly kind of doofus who can't do anything, and then it's up to the strong, capable, competent black man to come in and save the day. And of course, the white women always want them. Which, by the way, this narrative that white women always want black men, that's actually not true. If you look at the stats, somebody did a study and they looked at the dating preferences of women across like Hinge, Bumble, and all these dating apps. White women are the least likely race to date outside of their race. So this propaganda that they are all just jumping the bones of every black man that they see, that's actually not true. And it's being pushed on us to demoralize white men and think, oh, you're losing all your girls to the white guys. It's actually not happening. It's actually not happening. It's also a way of making white girls think, hey, everybody else is doing it. You should be doing it too.
Hey, black men, why do you have so much ego? No, seriously. You walk around like you invented gravity. Like the air gets thicker when you show up. Like you knew that we were going to look before you even said a word.
First of all, I hate the way she's talking. It's just like, again, can you spot the person who dates people who like certain foods? Can you spot it? Very easy to spot.
She's one of them.
It's so obvious.
When's the last time you asked?
Last night.
Was it with a boyfriend or just?
Yeah, it was with a boyfriend.
It was with your boyfriend?
It was with my boyfriend. He's so not my type, I would say.
Your boyfriend's not your type?
He's tall and blonde. We are a great couple, I agree, but he's tall and blonde, that's not my type.
Smash or pass me?
On you?
Yeah.
Smash.
Smash?
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus fuck. Yeah.
Trash bin.
Started on that walk, you know the
Fucking
one.
get the Shane
At first
Bell
I
out.
thought it
My
was
God.
coffee, but now I see it for what it really is.
Dave.
It's confidence built from generations who had to fight just to survive. It's pride that says, I will not shrink for anyone. It's survival turned into style. It's knowing that you've got magic in your melanin, power in your presence.
Oh God, this person.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
And you wonder why the
This
ego
person
is out of
sounds like
control.
they want to
You
put a
wonder
chicken
why.
in and make her gay. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, then maybe we should go
It's
a
because
different
people
route.
like this keep gassing them up. By the way, ma'am, the only reason you are dating that certain demographic is because no one else wants you. Because once you go that color, you never go back. And it's not because it's so great that you don't want to go back. It's because nobody wants you back. Because you're that type of person. You're a barroom Betty. You're gross.
You're a barroom. Jesus.
Don't get me started on
Fucking-
that walk. You know the one.
That was goddamn
At first
cold-blooded.
I thought it was coffee, but now I see it for what it really is. Now you're deep within your soul and not apologizing for any of it. And the best part, you bring all that energy into the world and you still find a way to make other people feel
No,
seen.
she's one of those energy free.
Your chest.
Oh,
It's
that makes sense now.
built
No,
from generations
it
who
makes
had to
sense
fight
why
just to
she's one of those
survive.
crazy women.
So yeah,
Oh
black
no,
men
she's
might
a
have
Karen,
little
dude.
Too much ego, but I'd say they've earned
Dude, your
almost
ego
every
is fucking
single bit
out
of
of
it.
the
And I
out of
hope
this
that
world.
you
Get the fuck out of
never
here.
dim that light for anyone.
Crazy delusional
And this
bitch.
snow bunny right here,
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
she's not here to dim your light.
I have literally have not watched this whole video through. I don't like to watch videos before I watch them with you guys, so it's like I get to get the first take with you. I knew it.
I knew
Did
it.
call
I
it,
knew
or
it.
did I call it?
Stop! No more!
Right back onto you.
No!
And
Not
keep
the black.
walking like
Don't
that
do
crown is
this.
Glued the fuck on. Because let's be real, it is. Black men, if you are enjoying my sermons, please save them, share them to
Jesus
the other black men in your
fuck.
life. Comment, like, and
I think
follow.
this is Karen
I will be
fatigue
going
now.
live again this weekend, so make sure you set up your alerts. I so appreciate you being part of this little congregation that we've built, and I hope you have an amazing
Oh
start
God,
to
she
your week.
said congregation.
Monday.
Oh my God, she's
Signing out.
making a cult.
My sermon?
Dude,
Or
she's making a cult.
congregation blasphemy much?
Yeah, what the
My
fuck?
pronouns are he, him, his. I have the pastor of serving.
Oh,
I have the
Jesus, fuck
privilege of
blasphemy.
serving as the pastor of Broadway
Heretic.
United Methodist Church in downtown Orlando. And also my
We need to build a new sanctuary and then
also my drag name is
fucking
still a work in progress.
compel
so if you have
these
any ideas,
non-believers
just, please let me know.
to
There's one floating around, but we'll
to get hung
I'm
on
not
a
going to share
fucking
that one with
cross.
you. But I'm still taking other suggestions.
How far we have fallen.
Yeah, oh yeah. What was that?
Another one of
What the fuck? This is apparently this is America now. Whoa, whoa, that bitch is whoa, she was getting physical. She was going in. What is she wearing? She's like wearing some like cosplay shit.
These people seem happy.
You're really evil.
You're
and
racist.
And you're
White supremacist.
Fatty.
How?
You're mean. You're racist. You're a bigot.
This
You're a
protest should be called,
xenophobe.
if you disagree with me, you're a racist. That should be the name of this protest right here. Because they march around saying everyone is violent and against them. And they
Yeah,
love
and while
everyone,
they come up to you all
they seem to
aggressively,
be the least loving
right?
and the most
Oh,
violent.
you
How
see that
ironic.
bitch? She's even doing the fucking.
And he's going
Oh, got run over by the horses. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was in LA. Yeah, I mean that's why you don't crowd around a fucking horse.
I love horses.
I love horses. I love horses. Yeah, never crowd around a horse because they will run you over. Like, what? Yeah, especially a police horse. Like, come on, what are you doing? Anyways, there you have it. Noxious YouTube. Give him a like, subscribe. He has a lot more Clown World stuff. When I was younger, they tried to convince me that a black person committing a crime had low self-esteem. That somehow meant we should increase their self-esteem so they would not commit crimes. That hasn't worked out. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, no. That doesn't work out. Like, what? Young black men are armed. Wait a minute. Kings? I thought that was the problem with 47. Snow bunnies? I thought they were called mud sharks. Jeez. My term, snow bunny, means coal burner. Mud sharks and coal burner. Jesus. Those are good ones. Infinite. Okay, young black clown. It's infinite, you. I'm so done with this timeline. The mud sharks' eyes hate each other so much. They are trying more to side. Move to the side of her head. Racism goes both ways, correct. I remember the article of a black girl with from Montreal who was being asked by black men, "Why do you date a white guy? You are not even ugly." That's fucked. Young black men are kings. How predictable. Who was KSI? I think he listened to KSI. He listened to his faggotry song, right? Thick of it, where he fucking takes it in the face and the butthole. That poor guy dressed as a clown pastor. God loves him, but God does not bend to your idea of right and wrong. You follow his. Yeah, that's correct. Can't believe this is first. The ugly women downvoted this video. Alright, there you have it. All there's comments. Anything going on in the what's going on here? Trump says Iran nuclear sites obliterated, threatens more strikes. Oh shit. You might throw in more bunker busters. Oh shit. Hey, you already fucking fucked up what, 3 bases? Or well, 3 nuclear installations. As for EPA probe into the impact of abortion pills, Khamenei named 3 clerics as successors while sheltering in bunker. Uh-oh, he's got successors now. U.S. joins Israeli air campaign with strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Yeah, we just talked about that earlier. He also did his national address, where he talked about that for a brief, like 4 minutes, 3 minutes. U.S. deploys B-2 stealth bombers to the Pacific as Trump considers Iran's strike, which he did, and he striked them all right. India and Pakistan. Still going, okay. House maps in Ohio and Texas to try to protect narrow majority. Oh. Why, is it because there's a population shift? So Muhammad Khalil got freed. Yeah, he's out and about. Hanging last time I saw he was like hanging out with his family. He got out. So yeah. Uprising Chinese made signal jammers. Appeals court lets Trump keep control of National Guard troops. Yeah, we already saw that. New Texas 10 commandments to be posted in every public school. Oh, so they are doing it. Wow. I thought they said they weren't. Wait, what happened? I thought they said that it was blocked. Oh, I guess now they're doing it? President of Border Patrol agents. Blocked from entering LA Dodgers. I don't think you can block federal agents into a fucking... Like, what? I'm sorry. You're telling the federal government who allowed you to be in this country, in a sense, that they cannot come into one of their areas that they allowed you to buy off them, and now you're just being like, oh no, you can't come in here. That sounds like you're not following the rules. But who knows? Maybe they can do it since they're a private company. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, with 400 people aboard, slams into Hudson River Dog, injuring 10 in New York City. Ouch. Mike Lee's post about the Minnesota shooting incensed fellow senators. They refuse to let it go. U.S. may target Samsung Hynix TSMC operations in China routers. U.S. Auto Safety Agency reviewing Tesla answers on robo-taxis deployment plans? Wait, what is this one? Pays back for posts about the recent shootings of 2 Minnesota lawmakers, which some legislators find offensive and insensitive. Lawmaker in Utah report on increase in constituent support to unseat Lee after his comments following the shootings. Senators from both parties criticized Lee posts, with some calling them insensitive and inappropriate, prompting discussions. Calls for an accountability. What did he say? Senator Lee. On his official Senate social media account, Lee was condemning the senseless violence and praying for the victim and their families. What? Maybe I should just go to Twitter. Time to pray for peace. What is amazing? I don't see anything. What are they talking about? Was it but oh, I don't see his fucking no decency. The lawmaker and his wife were bound. Minnesota said to confronted over disgusting tweets. Lee tweeted an image of Bolter in a rubber mask he wore when he opened fire on lawmakers. And that's alongside disturbing image the nightmare on Wall Street. Oh, that's oh my god, come on, man. Oh my god, just because he said nightmare on Wall Street. Jesus. Well, I mean, it was in his fucking state. What do you want him to do? I thought it was funny. Come on. Like, it's really... Oh my god, I fucking... Dude, I don't know what it is about fucking politicians and Democrats, man. They're a bunch of fucking faggots. Jesus. What the fuck? Israeli Navy strikes Hezbollah site. Killed Iran's Hamas coordinator. As death toll rises, Gazans make life-risking journey to seek food. GOP's food stamp plan is found to violate Senate rules. Largest setback for Trump's big bill. Mohammed Khalil vows to continue protesting Israel's war in Gaza after coming back home. Meta approached perplexity before massive scale AI deal. Oh shit. Really interesting. Tesla signs deal for 556 million grid scale battery storage station in China. China. Uh-oh. Jury awards $225 million to Georgia couple in suit over autopsy images of decapitated baby. Jesus, what the fuck? What is this one about? What the hell? 2023, a baby was decapitated during a delivery at Southern Regional Medical Center in Georgia, leading a $2.5 million jury settlement for the parents. Holy what? I'm sorry, decapitated? Excuse me? What? Huh? Oh shit, whoops. Followed difficult labor. Oh. Who was in labor for about 10 before a C-section was performed at midnight to complete the delivery after shoulder dystocia complications. The parents of the infant filed a legal action against the hospital and Dr. Tracy St. Julian, alleging that excessive force during delivery caused fatal injuries to their baby, and that there was a significant delay in informing them about their child's condition. Dr. Jackson Gates, hired for a private autopsy, posted graphic videos of the baby's autopsy on social media without consent. Oof. Prompting a jury to find him liable for intentional emotional distress, invasion of privacy, and fraud. Ouch, yeah. Yeah, that'll fuck you up. The jury's $225 million award included $2 million compensatory and $250,000 punitive damages, reflecting a strong message that doctors must respect patients' feelings while legal actions against The hospital continues. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's what happens. There was a legal legal case about the whole situation. They leaked the photos on social media, and that was not a good idea. Oops. But there you have it. Injectable, eyes approved by year. Shooting suspect made wild claims in letter report. Oh, was it about the other senators? Vance Poulter, the man accused of shooting man accused of shooting and killing Minnesota State Rep Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark claimed in a letter to the FBI that Gov. Tim Walz told him to kill U.S. Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar so he could run for Senate. According to the Star Tribune. Newspaper in its Friday, June 20 report describes the letter as rambling, conspiratorial, and incoherent, citing two people familiar with its contents. I agree with you, fuck Hassan. What? What are you even talking about? I didn't... Huh? Are you an orbiter? Why are you here? I've heard you say it before. Yeah, but what? I'm not even talking about Hassan. Like, what? Fuck Hassan? Okay, yeah, good, yeah. Sure. Okay. What else is there? Uh-oh, Tim Walz told him to do it. I don't think that happened. The dude was just a crazy fucking lunatic. Alright, that swept through rule. Oh yeah, that's the one that was recently. U.S. meeting after Washington demands more defense spending. Oh shit. Oops. There goes that. They'll raise U.S. auto prices by average $270 from July. Bloomberg reports. Yeah. There's gonna be a bloodbath in the automotive industry. Close ally of drug kingpin El Mencho gets 30 years in prison as U.S. ramps up pressure on cartels. Damn, they actually got someone finally. Another cartel member. Uh-oh. Jose Gonzalez, Valencia, known as Chepa, sentenced to 30 years in U.S. federal prison for orchestrating drug trafficking operations for the Jalisco New Generation cartel. The U.S. government has increased pressure on the Jalisco New Generation cartel by designating it as a foreign terrorist organization, providing authorities with more tools to prosecute cartel members. The State Department sanctioned 5 leaders of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, including El Mencho, who is wanted for multiple drug-related crimes and announced rewards for information leading to their arrests. Matthew Jalotti, I'm sorry, I butchered that, stated, "You can't totally prosecute your way out of the cartel problem, but you can make an actual impact by getting high-level targets to set the organization back." So you basically want people to rat. Oh, wait, it's fixed here. The fuck? Why is it fucked up here? Oh, weird. Jose Gonzalez, is this the same? Yeah, it looks like it. Arrested in 2017 at the beach resort in Brazil while using a fake name. Oh shit, he got extradited. U.S. drugs, okay. Well, he's going in the slammer now. Got caught. He's gonna be suffering now. Partial victory for a police officer's window. Oh. Well, are they still trying to look into like January 6th shit? Oh yeah, I think one of the senators, or was it Kash Patel or something? I don't know. Someone was trying to look into that shit for some reason again. I think they were trying to like get the people who actually caused problems. But yeah, I can't remember. What is this one? Israel-tied predatory Sparrow hackers are waging cyber war on Iran's financial system. The hacking group destroyed more than 90 million held at an Iranian crypto exchange. Jesus. See, you know how some of the Iranians were making money? Yeah, they were using crypto exchange. You know how they were trying to get, their warheads and armaments? Yeah, crypto. An Israeli-linked hacker group known as Predatory Sparrow has carried out some of the most disruptive and destructive cyber attacks in history, twice disabling thousands of gas station payment systems across Iran, and once even setting a steel mill in the country on fire. Now, in the midst of a new war unfolding between the two countries, they appear to be bent on burning Iran's financial system. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Predatory Sparrow, which often goes by its Farsi name, Ganjeshki Darandi, in an effort to appear as an homegrown hacktivist organization, announced in a post on its X account Wednesday that it had targeted the Iranian crypto exchange Nobitix, accusing the exchange of enabling sanctions violations and terrorist financing on behalf of the Iranian regime. According to the cryptocurrency tracing firm Elliptic, the hackers destroyed more than 90 million in Nobitix holdings, a rare instance of hackers burning crypto assets rather than stealing them. Holy shit. This is insane. They're just burning the fucking the terrorists' money. These cyber attacks are the result of Nobitix being a key regime tool for financing terrorism and violating sanctions. The hacker posted to X. Wow, the hackers are doing something crazy. They're going after a fucking terrorist organization, a militaristic terrorist organization. Nice. Associates with regime terror financing and sanctions violation infrastructure puts your assets at risk. Incidents follow. Another predatory Sparrow attack on Iran's finance system on Wednesday, in which the same group targeted Iran's SEPA bank, claiming to have destroyed all the bank's data in retaliation for its association with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and posting documents that appeared to show agreements between the bank and the Iranian military. Caution, association with the regime's instrument for evading sanctions and financing its ballistic missiles and nuclear program is bad for your holy shit long-term financial. Dude, these guys were not only Trump and the Israelis were fucking them, dude, they were getting fucked up by hackers too. Holy shit. Zeppa Bank website was offline. Hey, where's Hassan? Even hackers don't like terrorist organizations. Oh man, that's funny. The bank didn't respond to Wired's request for comment. Nobitix's website was offline today, and the company couldn't be reached for comment. As is often in the case in the fog of an unfolding war and its accompanying cyber attacks, what affects predatory Sparrow's cyber attacks have had remain unclear. But Hamid Kashifi, an Iranian cybersecurity researcher living in Sweden and the founder of the cybersecurity firm DarkCell, says he has heard from contacts in Iran that SEPA's online banking and ATMs have been offline since the attacks began, causing widespread disruption to civilians' ability to access their funds. Uh-oh. So that's why they can't access their funds, right? Because they're getting fucking hacked. There has been a lot of collateral damage, Keshfi says. It just seems to be straight up causing damage and chaos. I can't think of what other logic would be behind it. Yes, they would provide service to the military, but they do for millions of regular Joes and civilians as well. And the Novatex attack, blockchain analysis reveals some of the details of predatory Sparrow's sabotage. According to the Elliptic, the 8-figure sum stolen from the exchange was moved to a series of crypto addresses that all started with variations of the phrase "fuck." fuck the IRGC terrorists. These so-called vanity addresses typically can't be created in any way that offers control or recovery of funds held there. So Elliptic concludes that moving funds to those addresses was instead a pointed method of destroying the money. The hackers clearly have political rather than financial motivation, says Tom Robinson. Elliptic co-founders, the crypto they stole has effectively been burned. Elliptic also confirmed in its blog post about the attack that crypto tracing shows Nopatix does in fact have links that sanction IRGC operatives, Hamas, Yemen's Houthi rebels, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad group. Holy shit, man. They're going after all the fucking groups. It's also an act of sabotage by attacking a financial institution that was pivotal in Iran's use of cryptocurrency to evade sanctions, Robinson says. Jesus fuck. Dude, they're getting fucking pounded. Predatory Sparrow has long been one of the most aggressive cyber warfare focused groups in the world. The hackers, who are widely believed to have links to Israel's military or intelligence agency. Oh. I mean, to be real, they could be like, right, they could be like fucking really autistic people. You never know. I mean, see, the issue with hacker groups is you never know who's in hacker groups, because hacker groups, it's multicultural, right? You could have someone from fucking Europe, you can have someone from the US, from Sweden, right? Basically anyone with a fucking computer and a brain to fucking try crazy shit like that. For your years targeted Iran with an intermittent barrage of carefully planned attacks on the country's critical infrastructure. The group has targeted Iran's railways with data destroying attacks and twice disabled payment systems at thousands of Iranian gas stations, triggering nationwide fuel shortages. In 2022, it carried out perhaps the most physically destructive cyber attacks in history, hijacking industrial control systems at the Khuzestan steel mill to cause a massive vat of molten steel to spill onto the floor, setting the plant on fire and nearly burning staff there alive, as shown in the group's own video of the attack posted on its YouTube account. Exactly why Predatory Sparrow has now turned its attention to Iran's financial sector, whether because it sees those financial institutions as the most consequential or merely because its banks and crypto exchanges were vulnerable enough to offer a target of opportunity, remains unclear for now, says John Holtquist, chief analyst on Google's threat intelligence group and a longtime tracker of Predatory Sparrow's attacks. Almost any conflict, he notes, now includes cyber attacks from hacktivists or state-sponsored hackers. Yes. Right. So even the state, right? Say it's any state, whether it's for instance, California, Washington, right? Each state could enlist these types of people, right? Because there is a market for it, right? But the entry of the predatory sparrow is in particular into the war suggests there may be yet more to come with serious consequences. This actor is very serious and very capable, and that's what separates them from many of the operations that we'll probably see in the coming weeks of months. Holtquist says a lot of actors are going to make threats. This is one that can follow on on those threats. Jesus. Maybe I have to do. Gotta make a Twitter post now. Was it Israel? US and hacker or what was their name? Predatory And there you go. What is this one? Vandals cut fiber optic lines. Fucking retards. Causing outage for Spectrum Internet subscribers. Uh-oh. I wonder who got their cables cut. Subscribers in Southern California Spectrum Internet service experienced outages. Oh, Southern California. Too bad. Too bad I don't. Oh, it's in Van Nuys. Oh, rip Van Nuys. Suburbs located 20 miles from downtown Los Angeles. Oh, you know what? It was probably from the fucking protests. Some asshole was going out at night cutting wires probably, or stealing wires. Stealing fucking, stealing the fire hydrants and copper wires, right? The people behind the incident thought they were targeting copper lines, which, I mean, to be fair, it's true. The officials wrote in a statement Sunday, instead, they cut into fiber optic cables. The cuts caused service disruptions for subscribers in Van Nuys and surrounding areas. Spectrum has since restored service and is offering a $25,000 reward for information leading to the apprehension of the people responsible. Spectrum will also credit affected customers 1 day of service on their next bill. There you have it. Industry-wide problem, yes. Criminal acts of network vandalism have become an issue affecting the entire telecommunications industry, not just Spectrum, largely due to the increase of price of precious metals, the officials wrote in a statement issued Sunday. These acts of vandalism are not only a crime, but also affect our customers, local businesses, and potentially emergency services, correct. Spectrum's fibers lines do not include any copper. Outage information true. Because they're fiber optic. By the nature of what what fiber optic means, they're not using any fucking copper lines. Outage information service down detector showed that thousands of subscribers in and around Van Nuys reported outages starting a little before noon on Sunday. I'm sorry, but fucking thieves and uneducated people don't know that fiber optic lines don't have copper in them. Spectrum personnel had to splice thousands of fiber lines to restore service to affected subscribers. Over the past 2 decades, copper theft has emerged as a major problem in industries spanning plumbing, telephone, and internet connectivity, and others relying on the material, which is a good conductor of electricity and once sold at low prices. In 2008, the FBI warned that copper theft threatened the entire U.S. infrastructure. In early decades, copper was widely used, in part because of its relatively low price. As copper prices rose, thieves began stealing it. The abundance of the metal is remote and unsurveillanced environments scattered all around the country made it a tempting target for thieves. 2025, AT&T reported that the cutting of a 1,200-foot run of fiber line disrupted services, requiring 192 lines to be refused. AT&T didn't say whether the people responsible simply wanted to disrupt AT&T services or if they mistakenly believed there was copper in the infrastructure they damaged. Last year, AT&T said it was scrapping its copper-based networks and replacing them with fiber ones. The company cited multiple reasons, including the ongoing theft of the metal lines. Besides offering the 25,000 rewards, Spectrum also said it's working with police to apprehend the suspects behind the most recent incident of vandalism. Yep. There you have it. Fucking criminals fucking up infrastructure, yeah, as usual. Nothing's changed. But yeah, there you have it. That's our news for today. Please give us a like, subscribe, and yeah, leave some comments if you want. Thanks for watching. I'll put this on YouTube as usual.